Hi. Let's learn about the GDP price deflator. The GDP price deflator, also known as the GDP deflator or the implicit price deflator, measures the changes in prices for all the goods and services produced in an economy. It shows how much a change in GDP relies on changes in the price level. Gross domestic product represents the total output of goods and services, but it doesn't factor in the impact of inflation or rising prices. The GDP price deflator addresses this by showing the effect of price changes on GDP. It expresses the extent of price level changes, or inflation, within the economy by tracking the prices paid by businesses, the government, and consumers. If an economy's GDP appears to grow by 20% from year 1 to year 2, but prices rose by 10% during this time, the real GDP growth would only be 10%. The GDP price deflator helps to separate the effects of changing prices from rising output. The GDP price deflator is calculated using the formula times 100. This formula quantifies the effect of price changes on GDP by comparing nominal and real GDP figures. The GDP price deflator helps identify how much prices have inflated over a specific time period. It ensures that comparisons of GDP from different years reflect real growth rather than the impact of price changes. The GDP price deflator is a more comprehensive measure of inflation than the Consumer Price Index because it reflects changes in consumption patterns and the introduction of new goods and services. It captures changes in an economy's consumption or investment patterns, which the CPI misses. This makes it a better indicator of where the economy stands. The GDP price deflator is a better indicator of where the economy stands because it captures changes in consumption patterns or the introduction of new goods and services, which the CPI misses. This makes it a useful tool for analyzing and comparing real economic activity from one year to another. Here are 3 key takeaways. 1. The GDP price deflator measures the changes in prices for all the goods and services produced in an economy. 2. Using the GDP price deflator helps economists compare the levels of real economic activity from one year to another. 3. The GDP price deflator is a more comprehensive inflation measure than the Consumer Price Index, CPI, index because it reflects changes in consumption patterns and the introduction of new goods and services. Hope this would help. Thanks for watching.